Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
No, I'm looking. There's no sound coming out of you on Twitch.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking. There's no sound coming out of you on Twitch. There's no sound coming out of you on Twitch. Now there is. No, I'm looking. There's no sound coming out of you on Twitch. There's no sound coming out of you on Twitch. Now there is. No, I'm looking.
The sound bite of you.
Sound.
Everybody sound off for the audience.
Hello.
Hello.
Testing.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems good
well,
now.
when we go to singles, when there's hot singles in your area, or a character has focus.
All right. I am willing to bet that I can be heard now. I'll bet I can be heard. So I'm just going to go back to my main. So for close-ups, haha, that's the problem. Hey, everybody, welcome. Architects of Fate. And we're going to be playing the 5th episode of the Celestial Algorithm. And I'm your host, Dr. Twitch. And with me is a whole cast of really great people. Hey, Mr. Glassman, thanks for resubscribing. You get your Fate chips, right? Good. And he's been at 20 months. 20-month streak, so thank you very much. You are a super fan. You're doing better than all of our children. We did send you clothes, so hopefully that keeps you there. But what I want to say is welcome. Venomous Toucan's not with us tonight, so we have that. We do have Dr. Voraal. What I'm going to do is introduce everybody. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I've got Dr. Voraal's image working out right now. But while you're at it, Dr. Voraal, I'm going to put you up here.
I'm Mortis Glacialis, and I'm playing Dr. Voraal, the Vulcan Chief Medical Officer, and been a long time TTRPGer, well over, 40 years now, and started playing Star Trek when the first edition came out years ago by FASA, and getting ready to get my second edition core book soon. Got it on order. I got the Command Gold, so I'm excited about that one.
Go back to the main screen. I don't know why your main isn't working right now, but I'll work on that as we go. Next up is MSU Supercam, because I'm just going to go down the line and you guys' thing. I'm going to try and put you in a close-up cam.
All right. Well, there's my engineering panel anyway. Hey, everybody, I'm MSU Supercam. I don't normally talk like that. That's Bert Van Jax's voice. And he is the Tellarite chief engineer on our ship, the Mary Challenger. And I'm also playing a mystery character that, if you watched last time, you may or may not have heard what was happening. So I will be playing a mystery character as well.
Back to the main scene. Yep, it's our mystery character. Rob, let's see if I can give you center stage and have your face go all over hell.
Did it work? Yeah. Hey, so my name's Rob. Longtime TTRPGer, played Paranoia and Rift and Merp and all kinds of things over the last 30 plus years. Currently, tonight, I got confused there. Tonight, playing Lieutenant Zoe Hernandez, the science officer. And Zoe is very excited tonight because she's deluded herself into a certain state of being. And we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious because I turned the whole intro over to you. So in intelligent ways of doing things. And rounding us out is Darth Sarcastic. I'm going to...
Hello. One there. That's close enough. Darth Sarcastic here. also been playing Star Trek since forever. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've been GMing Star Trek forever. This is actually one of the first times I'm actually being a player, which is kind of an interesting twist for me. I'm playing Junior Grade Lieutenant Rashid Kamal, and I believe I'm running some version of Mr. Sulu at a later date in this game. So, oh my.
Do the main scene and see what that did. Hey, surprisingly, it didn't blow anything up. I'm doing well. Again, I'm your referee, GM Dr. Twitch. I am also taking on Commodore Nella Zen, the in and out wild card of this whole thing to keep things moving along. And well, let's go over to let's go over and see what happened last week and what's happening now from a log entry. We're gonna throw the dice and throw Rob here to the wolves. So Rob, I'm gonna put you up on the big screen. So look pretty.
Look pretty. Too late. Lieutenant Zoe Hernandez, Science Log Supplemental. The whales we were assisting became spooked and triggered a disturbance with the space-time anomaly. The sudden shift caused Captain Zen and Ensign Tenen to collapse. Dr. Voraal quickly performed a very unconventional mind meld to stabilize the captain. We've entered a space that's as dangerous as it is delicate, both physically and metaphorically. The discovery of this celestial algorithm tied to the anomaly has coincided with the captain's increasingly erratic behavior. The captain's past, her current state, and the anomaly all appear interconnected in ways we don't yet understand. We're facing a puzzle with no clear solution. The captain's collapse, Tenen's condition, and this algorithm are fragments of a larger mystery. We must tread carefully. This anomaly isn't just manipulating space-time, it's toying with something far deeper. And I swear, my sins were not to blame. As for the Commodore's mind, who knows what's happening there? But one thing is clear, I'm in charge.
Yes, you are. You've basically taken control. So what I'm putting us on is the bridge for the moment as our settling scene. But now what I'm going to do is move us over. Okay, so audience, here's what happened last week that of course Zoe doesn't know about. Because why would she? What happened was the mind meld occurred. Dr. Voraal is linked to Nella Zen, and they went into some kind of a dreamscape like you do when there's a mind meld with a temporal anomaly and several multidimensional things going on, and and some Star Trek shit's happening. And through the mists came a figure who Steve decided introduced himself with. Did Steve crash? It's like everybody else.
Crash?
Everybody else crashed.
Or he's very.
He looks like he's frozen.
I think Steve is frozen. Oh man, it was his best line. Well, too bad he's dead now. Steve's dead to us.
Could be that he's just under hypnosis.
Yeah, he might be under hypnosis. I think he's going to try and come back. We're going to keep playing so that he'll catch up to us. Yeah, he just dropped and he'll be reestablishing. Captain Sulu came out of the mist and said, "Oh my." And then another figure is going to come out of the mist. At this point, Voraal, I've got a status marker for Mind Meld, and so that's going to be an established trait through all the scenes that you are in this particular show, or in this particular set of events. So you will have a trait on you called Vulcan Mind Meld, if that makes sense. Just so that we're aware of it. Okay.
Yes.
Damn xenomorphs. Oh, yeah, he just got zapped. You just missed your whole line.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's like my one chance. This was your big break, and there was a scout in the audience too. I didn't want
Yeah.
anybody. I didn't want anybody to know, but Critical Role was looking for people.
Oh,
And,
damn.
and
Crap.
you know, Starship Tempest was thinking, we should lay aside the gauntlet and let these plucky upstart jerks that do it live do stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was one other show that actually is running opposite us directly, and they're like big time streamers.
I heard they were looking for new people for the next season of Discovery.
Oh yes, I think we should all apply for season 6 of Discovery.
Season 6.
Wait.
It can't get worse. I think what we'll just do is it couldn't. How bad could it be?
And Acolyte.
Acolyte. Yeah, the Acolyte has as a we're just gonna pull completely out of this. Acolyte's got like people right down the there's no neutral parties on Acolyte. You know, like there are some people that like it for kind of what it is. It's one of those things where you got to take it for what it is and not try and assume it's going to actually line up with anything. Because they didn't. Yeah, they killed everyone, and that you got to respect that. I respect that when they kill all the characters. Something I tend to.
Spoiler alert!
Sorry. All of them. I'm going to tell you how Rogue One goes too. But anyway, also coming out of the mist, if I can find them, is oh, come on, man. Pardon me, folks. I really do try here. There it is. Also coming out of the mist is this person. And I don't have a Tuvok picture yet, so it's going to give me a minute. Actually, I'm going to not have him do anything for right now. Another person also comes out of the mist, and that would be Jonathan Archer. I don't know who is Rob. You're playing him, right?
I'm playing him. Yes.
Yes. And then let me see. Vorta, you're you. Steve, you're you, and Cameron, you were Tuvok, right? Did we establish a Tuvok? Which Tuvok have you got?
Let's go with the Voyager one that actually did the flashback to the Captain Sulu episode.
Okay.
Because there's more images you can grab of the Voyager.
Like I care. All right, I'm going to demote Captain Sulu here in a minute. He's going to get a little smaller. Sorry if I'm showing you my massive skill here. All right, Captain Sulu, and Sulu's going to get a little shrunk here. He'll be fine.
Shrinky dink.
He'll be shrinky dinked. Okay, and he's going to be in Monster Maroons. Come on. Frickin' Monster Maroons. And white lettering because I'm just that guy. Okay, so you guys, I mean, here's the thing: you can talk to each other now if you want. You're all in a dreamscape. Sulu, the last place you were was on the Excelsior. You were on your way to a diplomatic mission. And we're gonna put this out here because we'll set up our mission parameters. Excelsior. This is post Praxis, pre Kittimer. All right.
Okay.
The Kittimer from Star Trek 6. Kittimer, right? Because there's a bunch of other Kittimer Accords. And you are taking General Chang to the framework meeting to discuss the preliminary steps needed to figure out the shape of the table for the initial negotiations to decide whether or not Gorkon can show up. So we're early in the process of negotiations for Praxis or for Kittimer. Does that work? And did I lose him again?
Yep.
Looks like it might have froze again. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he locked up again.
Can we all chip in and buy
no.
Steve some shit? Yeah, Rob's also popping in and out. But does
there's
everybody
areas that are having internet problems because my wife tells me we're having problems back home too.
Oh, really? Where? I forgot where back home is. Well, back home for you is Texas, right?
No, Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. Or if it's AT&T or AT&T's on strike too. Taking General Chang to a what was it called? Hey Susan, what's up? Dog's woofing. She doesn't like bad internet either. But you are taking General Chang to a meeting. Okay? That's what Sulu is aware of. Archer, you can decide wherever you were in the timeline.
All right, let me think about it.
You just know there's enough shit to go around. And Commander Tuvok, where do you think you want to be?
Just a few days after the flashback episode, so he'll be like wondering if he's having another sort of a dream about Tuvok or about Captain Sulu, since he's just been talking to Janeway about it.
Okay. Is this also when Tuvok had the beginnings of his emotional problem, his disease?
This could in fact trigger.
Yeah, because
we could say that.
I kind of want to do that. I mean, we may as well, because who the hell's going to stop us?
We might as well. It's not like he's appeared on Prodigy yet or anything, so we can't fully establish what.
Oh
he's
no, he
doing.
appeared on Picard though.
Right, but that wasn't him.
Yeah, well, we know he exists, so.
That was a mind control.
Yes. So while we're at it, let's see how the chat's doing. We see new Star Wars game isn't bad. Our Tupac, yeah, Tupac is out here.
Commander Tupac.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is while we're waiting, I'm gonna grab up some. Oh, Rufus is having fun. I'm gonna grab up some Suliban. Because I think you guys all decided that Suliban were in the show already, so that was going to be kind of fun. Let me see. Yeah, I'm sorry that Steve's not here. This is kind of like frustrating. He might be just like doing a complete restart for everything too. Yeah, we can't even like flip back to the Challenger. Because like I don't have anything prepped for the Challenger to do because it's supposed to all happen here. It's all happening on X. Let's pretend Sulu's gotten lost and he's just stumbling around. How's that?
In the mist.
He's trying to find the teacup somewhere. But yeah, so as Archer comes in and Tuvok comes in, Zen, and I'm gonna assume we'll just pretend that the worm is there, right? And what we've got is Voraal. What do you want to think about or say during all this? Because now we're here. Zen actually will look at Tuvok and say, oh man, how are you? And I don't think you recognize Nella.
No. Excuse me, I do not recognize you. Who are you?
Oh no, I would have been Kalar Zen at this point. You know me as Kalar Zen.
And would he? I mean, is this Tuvok far enough?
Oh yeah. He's the one that sent you off on the.
Okay.
He's the one that sent you off on the subterfuge mission.
Okay.
God damn she.
How are you doing?
They're everywhere.
Fascinating.
I like that Steven has just got a phaser, and if he shot the router.
to set it to disintegrate.
Okay, it's gonna work. We're working on introductions. So we're all kind of standing around. Sulu, just to let you know where we are. Captain Sulu, this is he's on the Excelsior post-praxis pre-Kittimer. He is currently his current mission that he has been pulled. You basically went into the toilet, and this is what happened, right? Christian Slater laid out your uniform for you. You went to go get dressed, and when you started buttoning the jacket up, you went into this spot. Currently, you are taking General Chang to a meeting, which is to kind of lay all the groundwork for Gorkon. Does that work?
That works.
Okay. And then Tuvok is a couple days in from flashback. So Archer, have you had enough time to carefully research the part so that it meshes intricately with canon?
Yeah, so he was just beaming down to destroy the Zindi super weapon, and now suddenly he's elsewhere. So
damn it.
He's a little tense right now.
Oh, I love the idea that this is like you get to decide whether or not you share any of your future or past knowledge with each other.
Yeah.
Because I think it will be hilarious.
Yeah, the fate of the galaxy is on the line, and he's like, "What the heck?"
Yeah. So Archer, you pop out. You guys all are here. I think everybody would recognize Archer, and you guys might want to talk amongst yourselves because you don't know why or how you're here. To be honest, if you've got any suppositions or thoughts. Go ahead and actually be in character. I want to see some role playing people.
To borrow from a coworker. Fascinating.
I was just going to say that's neat. Captain Sulu. I see that you've made it here as well. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure if this is something in my mind. But I do see President Archer over there.
President.
Spoilers.
Who are you? How did you get me here?
Being that I'm noticing the difference in uniforms, whether this is some sort of wild Saurian brandy trip or we've actually time traveled, I'm going to try and observe the temporal prime directive here. So, probably wasn't a good idea for you to mention that. I'm Captain Hikaru Sulu, USS Excelsior.
Well, clearly at least some of you know who I am, but I don't know any of you.
I am Commander Tuvok, the Chief Security Officer of the USS Voyager.
There's no Voyager in Starfleet.
There is where I come from.
And where I come from, there is one, but I don't think it's the ship I'm thinking of.
Well, however we got here, I need to get back.
It's V'ger.
I like the idea. I like the idea that you mentioned if Suliban get mentioned, half of the cast will not know who that is because we're going to be dicks. So a person comes out of the mist, and it's Christian Slater. So Christian Slater says, "Oh, well, good. I'm glad you're all here. Sorry to interrupt you about this, but I made sure your suit jacket was ready. That's the most important thing I do, Captain. So yeah, this is definitely, you recognize this as Ensign Nicholson, comms officer of the Enterprise / apparently I had them as your valet, so you can decide what to do." But Nicholson's here, and he seems to be behaving very differently than a comms officer. And we lost Steve again. God damn it. Okay, so yes.
Dr. Voraal would be trying to determine whether or not this is a figment of
Yes.
the imagination here, or if this is an actual, these folks have been pulled into some sort of time vortex or something. That's what I would be trying to do.
Oh, it's okay. He just had to do. Well, no, he just
dropping
had
like
to dip
flies.
out. We're doing okay, I think. So what you can do is you can work out. You might be able to even like just enlist, say what you're doing out loud, and let everybody else try the same thing. Everyone has to guess a book number or some fucking shit. But what I'm going to do is there's probably reason and science are probably going to be your way to make this happen. Okay, Captain Sulu, your Ensign Nicholson has appeared, and he said, "Hey, I'm glad that you had a chance to get your jacket on, Captain."
And how did you get here?
Well, I kind of brought you all here because, you know Jonathan, and he turns to Jonathan. And he says, Jonathan, there's just times when people have to be more than two places at once, and I know that it was not convenient, but it was the best time to come get you.
I don't know how that could possibly be true, but let's get on with this so I can get back to business.
Business, okay. And Zen, you've basically been, well, I mean, a lot of this is twisted up around you, because of all the times that you have been pulled in and out of the time stream, and now you're dealing with the algorithm, and each of you, by the way, is at a point where you're. Jonathan, you're not the only person that's been pulled out of a key moment. Tuvok doesn't realize it yet because I have no idea what Tuvok was doing just sitting in Voyager. You're probably going to do something special that was Year of Hell related.
Yeah.
But, well, except for you, Commander Tuvok, because, well, no, you're about to become Tuvix, but don't worry about that. It turns out morally neutral. You'll be fine. So, so Nicholson he said, well, but each of you is at a crisis point, and right now, the only one that's at a crisis point that's being affected by, well, he just uses the words temporal Cold War. Is yours, Captain Sulu?
Okay.
Right now, you're transporting. Who are you transporting again? It's like somebody without a K. So it was a weird thing. There's a guy without a K name.
General Chang.
Okay, yes, him. There are some agents from one of the factions that are using the Suliban to somehow sabotage your mission with Chang, and they basically need to be stopped, and we have to have people who are at least time aware and can be locked. All of your biofields can be locked in a way that you won't be subject to being ripped out of time by one of the factions. So once I put you where you need to be, another faction won't be able to just remove you or in any way interfere with your timeline, which is kind of why I needed you all for this. Anybody else could just have been bounced out. So anyway, since none of you can go anywhere, what I'm going to do is say, I can't tell you much, but the Zuluban are tricky, and well, make sure that Chang does what he needs to do. And with that, he's just going to leave you alone. He's just going to go and just dump you the fuck into you find yourselves all standing in a DM's foot drag.
Who is this Chang?
He's a general with the Klingons.
Klingons.
We're in negotiations. He's talking about the appropriate size of tables and what we need to get at Party City to make it look very nice.
Yes. I'm just going to put you into... I'm going to try and find some quarters here. All right. You wind up in the captain's... you wind up in the Excelsior ready room. Or essentially there. Yeah. And the only person that didn't show up with his name tag was Tuvok.
Been left behind.
Well,
My name.
your name.
I forgot my name.
So so you are all here. We could find Christian Slater later as needed if you need him. But yep. So this is it. You've been told. I think our big takeaways are, Chang's gonna love the decorations. Yeah, I think that's important. So Chang is probably down looking at color swatches right now.
Yeah, we left him in one of the VIP quarters with his entourage.
Yep. So he's basically picking out color swatches, but we don't know where else.
I don't think we've ever had to beam up that many barrels of blood wine.
Okay. Yes. So the Klingons are there. You guys might want to. I'm going to be very open-ended and non-directed, but your general thing is, figure out what the Suliban are trying to do, and then thwart it, or just thwart the Suliban because they're up to no good. I mean, Archer knows all about the Suliban, and I think that any one of you can bring in your expertise in the era with a particular villain or particular PCs, and I could see you guys trading off the lead that way, if that helps with your group dynamic. Does that make sense? Tuvok knows the Excelsior. Archer knows the Suliban. Right. Dr. Voraal, fuck if I know. Make logical observations.
Dr. Voraal knows Zen.
Yeah, she knows Zen, and I have no idea why Zen is here. So, but so you guys could do that. So and Sulu is just trying to keep the mission moving. Okay, so you guys can formulate plans of action or whatever you want to try.
Well,
Dr. Voraal, may I ask you what's wrong with looks like those are Commodore stripes. Commodore Zen?
Yeah, that's me.
And I forget Cam, who are you?
I'm Commander Tuvok, so being another Vulcan, I'm asking, if you know what's going on with my friend.
Out of character, Jim. I mean, I'm not really supposed to be sharing that they're a symbiont, right?
You won't unless somebody gives you permission to do that. Yeah, somebody may have to unlock that or remove that restriction from you. That's what we call a hint in the role play biz.
Right.
Because it's clear that Kellar that somehow you've watched that Tuvok has been told that it's two different names, so you may have a belief of that.
All right. Well, I got two successes to determine, first of all, whether or not I think these people are really here or if it's a psychosis.
Okay, you're definitely, based on your scientific knowledge of various things and plus the particles. Yeah, you're pretty sure you're here and you're interacting with events.
Okay. I'll just say that the Commodore is experiencing some possible stressors that I am not fully prepared to discuss. as I do not have all the facts at this time.
Do you think what is happening to the Commodore could in any way be influencing what we're seeing here?
I believe there's a high chance that some of the things affecting the Commodore are responsible for what is happening now, such as yourself.
Yes, well, I know of a Zen, but this is not the appearance of the Zen I know.
Now, Tuvok would not have been privy to Trill.
It was well, it was at DS9. Voyager and DS9 ran concurrently. It was
so he probably knew. He probably knew because Crusher was the first one to discover it. So it's relatively new knowledge to Tuvok.
Yeah, you could decide that.
But in my time frame, they're not normal, and so I would not want to share that because that's not supposed to be something that's
right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Tuvok's trying to dance around without just saying words like symbiont. So he's just saying like, I knew a Zen, but this is not the appearance of the Zen I knew.
Like the players are making the easiest part of this the hardest. It's like my DM brain is just broken. All right, you've established that you're actually living in. Well, you can actually even ask the star dates too. I mean, you can say, well, what the hell ship am I on? When am I on? We can all interpret the temporal prime directive, or if you want to, if you all want to, as a group, as either in or out of character, you could all like lay down your temporal prime directive understanding, because you're all from different eras. That directive is different for everybody, so you can all actually have your own spin on it. Like Archer is like YOLO, we don't care. That was like
what prime directive?
Yeah, so you guys can actually kind of sit around the table and just say, okay, wait, this is really happening, and then just kind of lay it out for yourselves and the audience, kind of what the ground rules are.
So I don't remember what the technical stuff that the techno babble that we were talking about, but I'll share with Tuvok. Say, I believe this is possibly responsible not only for the Commodore's suffering at this time, but also for bringing you all here to this time. If I've got that right.
Taylor's going to go over and start running her hand over the L cars and say, "Oh God, I've missed this. Flat, no buttons, nothing to get a little chud in. Don't have to clean it with a toothbrush." She just puts her hand over how smooth the panel is and how she misses touch screens. She's going to start doing the Trill, getting a little lost in her memories.
I must say it is nice to be back on Excelsior. I find the L-cars of this particular vessel to be most pleasing.
So
Voyager has too many colors on their L-cars. These are nice, simple greens, blues, and blacks.
We aim to please.
So just so I'm cleared, sorry, the crew of the Challenger also went back, or is now on the Excelsior as well?
Nope. The only all right. So just the captain and Dr. Voraal.
Okay, got
it. Everybody else has been left behind. You're being given a complete bullshit roleplay opportunity.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, sorry, so you just hard charge like you're Jonathan Archer.
No, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. The crew, as far as you know, the crew isn't there. I still have threat, so
well, Archer doesn't know for anything, so all he knows. Okay.
He knows how much he hates this and needs to get back to his crap.
Yeah. So tell me about this anomaly. What anomaly are we talking about that got us here?
I'll try to explain that to him, but I don't remember. I don't have my notes with me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Nella's going to, or Zen is gonna just be still looking at the thing and saying, because Kalar is not the hard charging person. They're more of they were actually like a botanist, and so they were like, they were just, and now they've wandered over to the fucking potted plant too, and are starting to look at the leaves to see how it's doing. And they're just gonna absentmindedly say, well, it's. Well, there's something going on with it's folding space in a weird way, and when you mess with space, you mess with time, and when you mess with time, you mess with me. And she points to her abdomen, because I've seen some things, and well, it's I'm lucky I remember what century I'm in half the time. Doc, thanks for doing this. And I'm sorry you got drug along.
So, Captain Sulu, what is your current mission? It would seem that we've been brought here possibly to help you. Maybe your mission is more important than where we've come from as well.
That might be. At the moment, as I said, I'm on a diplomatic mission. I'm escorting a Klingon general. I guess I'm taking him over to Kittimer.
Probably like Bittimer.
Okay,
but somewhere to do. I like the idea better. Everything is named Kittimer. Any planet, outpost, shuttlecraft.
Just throw a number
after it.
Kittimer
3. Because everything will just be codenamed.
Taking him to Kittimer 7.
Codenamed, like everything used to be codenamed Babel. For this, it'll all just be codenamed Kittimer, and we that way you can just do it. We don't have to worry. So he's and the general's doing some very interesting stuff.
I wasn't aware that to have the negotiations with the Klingons, we needed to have a table.
Yep. There's an interrupt. Whatever it is. There's a door chime.
Come.
Okay. Ensign Nicholson shows up with a pile of uniforms in his arms.
Oh dear.
He kind of looks at all of you and goes, I think you'll all look good in maroon.
I do look good in maroon. You're right.
So he gives Archer like the jumpsuit version of the thing. So you're actually a crewman in this.
Oh gosh.
So you get the crewman uniform. He hands like a lieutenant's outfit. He gives Tuvok like his exact old uniform, and he says, "I just took this out of your quarters. All I'm going to say is steer clear of deck 6." That's your brooding. Yeah, from 1400 to 2200 hours is your personal pissed off brooding time, if you recall.
Yeah, I used to enjoy that
Yes.
time.
Tuvok, do you still engage in that?
I do. I brood quite a bit. In fact, sometimes I think events similar to this are caused by me overbrooding, and that I wasn't sure until I saw Kalar Zen that this would be anything other than perhaps a mental finger trap that I put myself in.
See.
Okay, I'm going to try to stretch the screen. Lourdes, I'm just trying to get you back to something useful, and it's not working. So that's kind of annoying. All right.
No worries.
Well, shoot. Sorry, folks. All right. So, so he's got uniforms for you. Again, Tuvok, you've got your ensign's uniform, which is going to look weird on somebody who's like 125.
I entered Starfleet.
Yes. And Voraal, actually, that will be interesting. We can do that if you want. You have to decide because you know people on the ship as it is now. All right, and Dr. Voraal, you have a.
Ooh, I might even know who's gonna die. So I have to be careful not to react. Like I don't want to do a Spock and go, Jim.
Okay. All right. Yep. So let's do that. Yeah. So we've got, you can. We'll just all assume we can change. We got magic clothes. Nicholson says, "Well, good. Have you found the Suliban yet?"
No, we're
They're
working
kind of
on
masked
that.
for my scanner, and he holds up this thing that has anybody who wants to look at if anyone wants to make an observation roll, which is like insight and probably either insight and science or insight and security.
I'll take a shot at it.
Okay. Actually, I hate to actually tell you this. Archer is the only one that can make this roll.
Oh, well then.
Pardon me. I apologize. When I said anybody, I realized no, I meant anybody who's named Archer.
Okay.
Anybody who's had.
All right. Do we have any stored? Do we have access to our
Let's
normal
pretend
momentum
that you have a
pool?
whole new pool of momentum. Let's
Okay.
temporal. We're going to do temporal momentum. We'll start you out with 4 because, hey, and I'm going to start out with how many of you are there? There's 8. Okay, I'm going to start with 8. So I have 8 threat since we're beginning kind of a new adventure. You're just going to get 4 momentum right off the bat because otherwise it would be a dick move to just dump you with nothing. And this is a one success kind of roll.
All right. You said insight and security, which is probably his 2
You're
worst
shitting me.
abilities. No, so that's an
Okay.
11. So.
Would have been the same for me.
All right. We'll let's see what happens. Yeah. 1 success, actually, a 10 and a 15.
You notice on that little weird scanner deal that looked a lot like one that was in the possession of someone else you knew? It looked a lot like a temporal agent's scanner. Okay, so you notice that he's got it because he says, "Well, I can't find them on this." And when he holds it up, there's one of those label gun labels on it, and it says.
It says temporal scanner.
No. It says that. So
Okay.
anyway, but yeah, he said I can't find them, but that's kind of why you guys came because you're all zeroed, and you can't be interfered with temporally, but you can be, obviously you can all be killed, and that would be really unfortunate for all of you because, well, it would be unfortunate for the Federation, but hey, we haven't made the best choices here, guarding the timelines. Sometimes you gotta roll the dice.
Well, this fancy ship, what was the name? Excelsior?
That's it.
Perhaps your scanners have come along much further than mine, and maybe we can just do some DNA scans of the entire crew as a starting point.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
I would suggest we scan for tachyon radiation concentrations as well.
All right. I like
This
this.
is true.
What? I apologize. Keep going. I was caught up in the moment that you were moving the plot forward.
Oh, that's really it. And Archer will happily take the device that formerly belonged to Daniels.
I like that word formally. Let me see. Where's are you awake? Oh, good. Okay, I got your. By the way, I got your smiling visage back. Okay, so
Okay. Good.
yeah. Well, actually, well, I'm still using that. You can push it if you need it. It's okay.
Sorry, Nicholson
Well,
is still
Nicholson's
using
alive.
it? Is that what he's saying?
I'm kind of still, Captain, I'm kind of still needing this.
I suggest we let him keep it as.
He has a cigar and he bangs it occasionally and says, "Iggy, I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, where did you get it? Where did you get it? Is
Well,
the
it's
real
mine.
question. Okay.
Don't worry, Captain. It will all make sense in a few. Okay, give or take 1,000 years, this will all make more sense.
We don't have
No,
1,000
you
years.
don't. You probably. Well, when are we due to arrive, Captain? When are we due to arrive at Kittimer?
Yeah.
And that'll be up. Oh God, Steve's gone again.
Let me check. And
Yeah,
Archer
we'll
will
check
go
the
over.
chronometer. I heard the
Yeah.
mission log.
Looks
Yeah, go
like
ahead,
12
Archer.
hours to Kittimer, wherever that is.
Yes.
I believe Captain Sulu has gone to examine fine chinas.
Yes.
I think he
Oh,
told
I
me
like
as he stepped out.
the idea that when Steve is not available, he'll be helping Chang.
He'll be helping Chang. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
There
Steve.
you go.
How you doing?
Okay.
Tuvok will cover for him since he kind of knows him, so he'll say things that work.
Okay. So we got that we're 12 hours from the arrival at Kittimer. Nicholson suggested that whatever's going to happen is going to happen before you get to Kittimer. And whatever's been put
fair
in
enough.
motion. So you guys have a scanning suggestion. Was it just a scanning suggestion, or did anybody want to like run close cover on Chang? Like you can.
Well, if we do a full DNA sweep of everyone on the ship, then that would include Chang.
It would include Chang. Yes. Oh, I was thinking in terms of bodyguard.
Yeah.
I could watch General Chang since my specialty is security. I could also surreptitiously scan for unusual DNA patterns while I'm doing that. Because we don't know if all of his retinue are the proper members.
Oh crap!
There
Hey,
you
you
go.
get points for using the word retinue. So I like that.
Yeah, do
I
now.
like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the room, as it were, because Lisa, you're tearing me apart. Do I have? Yeah. I'm going to change the background. Because there's the conference room right there.
Before we exit this room, gentlemen, I suggest we all discuss a little bit about what we should and should not do regarding our positions on temporal interference, especially in light of the fact that I am on board this vessel at this time.
That's true. You could create a paradox, and
Exactly.
that might tear a hole the exact shape and size of Belgium, and I don't need that on this ship.
Exactly. We have many more adventures coming, so I will not divulge any of them.
Smart move.
Well, I think the damage is done, so we should do what we can to just get back to our own timelines, whatever it takes.
I like that quite a bit. Okay, so Zen is going to suggest, well, Dr. Voraal, I think that you would know about how DNA works, right? Okay, you know how DNA works. Jonathan, you've got an idea about, like, what's it called? You've got a whole idea about what the Suliban are like. So you can use what you know about the Suliban, because strangely enough, they're not in any of the databanks on the NX 2000. It's like they never existed as a race. That is odd.
That is odd.
Yes, that actually Sulu might actually even remark that he's never heard of the Suliban. And I'm.
Well, no, for a second I thought they were talking
Yes.
about me.
Oh, and it's
The
Sulu
Sulu bomb.
Bot.
is that like a road?
There you go. In Japan, yes.
Oh, I was thinking Germany. So Voraal and Archer could pair off, and that leaves Sulu and Tuvok to do something that's more ship related or more Chang related. Ouch. No, we're not going to do Sulucom. So there is there's bridge stations that you guys can go to. Do you want to do that? I don't. I don't know if you're ready to leave the room yet.
Sure. Dr. Voraal and Archer can go check out Chang while, I guess,
Oh,
Tuvok scans the ship.
I was thinking you guys were gonna. Oh, I was thinking you two could scan the ship. Voraal and Archer were.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay. Yeah,
Taylor's
that's
gonna hang out with Sulu just because it's funnier. That takes the pressure off of like that. Let's just Voraal. You just get to do what you do. Does that work for you, Jeff?
Yeah.
You okay? You look lost.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I think my internet's lagging a little bit. I'm not hearing everything, I don't
God.
think.
Well, there's not much to hear when you get down to it. Oh, should I actually attempt to share the screen and mess with it even worse?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Let's-
Sure.
let's just-
Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help.
Probably since you guys are probably playing Theater of the Mind at this moment, and I just realized that.
Yeah.
I
pretty
might
much.
help technically.
Effing apologize. Hopefully you can actually see what we're seeing. Okay, does that help?
Yep.
Jeff, how's your internet? Do I just put it right
yeah,
in the
it's-
basement?
I don't know. It looks like it's really laggy here, but that's fine.
Well, you can check out if you're laggy to us or you're laggy to Twitch.
I think I'm laggy to Twitch, but you guys, I mean, sometimes your mouths are moving, but I'm not hearing anything, and then I'm hearing something, and I mean, it's pretty dystopian here.
I'm so
right
sorry.
now.
Okay.
Oh, I was
No,
just
it's not-
practicing ventriloquism.
Yes. That's
Well, let's-
Maybe it's those real tech
joys
drivers.
of being on a hotel Wi-Fi
gosh.
right now. So.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
yeah.
move Voraal and Archer to the bridge then. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if that came through for you, Jake. Okay. Just because I don't want to go blowing past, your stuff here. Okay. There it is. Grab an Archer and Voraal. Copy. Yeah, you walk onto a whole new kind of starship where everything's padded.
Can everybody
Yep.
hear me?
Yep.
Or did I get locked
I
up?
heard
That was good.
Okay.
Through the bridge.
All right, Dr. Voraal, let's see if we can find some Suliban here.
Okay.
All right, and what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put Tuvok, this version of Tuvok, on the bridge because he's looking because he thought the captain would be here.
Excellent. I was just going to suggest in chat if you don't have the prime, I don't know what you'd refer to him, the prime emphasis Tuvok there, you should put him there just to make it more confusing for Archer.
Yeah, he's there.
Didn't you say you were going to General Chang's?
I'm just putting some crewmen out that I know exist. There we go. All right. And currently it's Commander Rand is CO. And she's trying to explain to Tuvok just to kind of take it down a notch or two.
Deflector screens, full intensity.
Yep. So, oh God. Archer and Voraal, what I need is a security and let's go with what's the physical one? Damn
Fitness?
Fitness. Yeah, fitness into our whole game. Yeah, I need a fitness and security roll from both of you.
All right.
We're just going to be sneaking. God help you. I hope Jonathan Archer is good at something.
9 fitness and security. Nope. That's a failure. No successes.
What the hell is he good at?
I don't know. He's kind of crap, actually. He has all of his talents are kind of crap, and yeah. And he's really good at Andorian customs. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that. Yeah, we really drug the right guy in here.
Yeah, he's kind of shit.
I think that whoever did temporal is going to have problems. Okay, Dr. Voraal, how did you do on your security and fitness roll?
You have to give him daring and command, and they'll do.
I don't want to roll that.
Oh, is it that bad?
I'm probably worse than Archer.
Well, it's not the number, it's how you roll.
Well, I'll be darned. I've got a 10 in it, and I got a 5 and a 3. So
hot damn.
There we go.
You didn't have like sneaking around or anything. You each needed kind of just a 1 to do this. So Voraal, you do have a spare success. Archer, what did you kind of do that may have drawn attention to yourself that caused you to kind of fail? Basically, you were just going to innocuously head over to a bridge console.
Yeah, he's enthralled with he probably went a little too close to the captain's chair, thinking that, that would be.
Yes. You almost bump into Tuvok. Do you want to, Voraal, do you want to stop him from bumping into Tuvok, or are you just going to have him bump into Tuvok?
Why would I need to stop him from bumping into Tuvok?
No reason at all. You're completely stealthy. You're on your mission. I'm hoping that somebody explained what the hell the console looked like to you, because it's about 100 years ahead of both of you.
Oh God, neither of them have seen this.
Okay. I guess I'll stop him from bumping into Tuvok.
I like the idea that there's no buttons are labeled either on this. It's all just these white buttons. There's no labels on shit. Yeah, Jonathan, you do avoid not dealing with Tuvok at this moment. I'm gonna mercifully get you over to the console. That is funny. Should we actually make that a horrible role that you actually have to deal with? Because I like the idea that you will all have a big heavy book that you look up Klingon in. So you're looking at the consoles. So basically the two tasks are figure out how to kind of, get Jonathan's understanding of the DNA into some form that Voraal can then use to set up a sensor sweep, and then have both of you kind of execute the sensor sweep together. Because like one for one half the ship, one for the other half of the ship, or something like that. Does that make sense? So this will be a series of challenges, because I'm not going to use long tests, but I will use linked challenges. So challenge 1 is Archer remembering what the hell Suliban DNA looks like this year, since it's changing. So what are some of Archer's... What?
Well, I was just going to say, maybe we can work out some sort of a fractal, an evolving fractal algorithm to determine how it might actually have evolved, how the DNA might have changed. I don't know.
Do you know fractal like?
Absolutely not. No, he'll just kind of throw a bunch of words out there.
I love the idea that you think that Zoe is here, because Zoe would be all over
No,
this.
it's Archer.
No, I know. It's like,
he's just regurgitating stuff he's heard. That's all.
Okay, Dr. Voraal, do you have any? Do you have anything that would do like genetics or math?
I have genetics as a focus.
Sweet,
Oh,
that's
my
exactly
goodness.
it. What I need is both of you. One is Archer has to explain it, and then Voraal has to interpret it. So, Jonathan, I'm feeling like this could either be command or science, and presence.
So he will use his swimming focus.
What?
Yes. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I like
so
the
we'll
idea.
say-
No, could you pretend it's like it's like a pool with
Yeah.
volleyball?
So, sorry, you said command and what?
Either command or science and presence, which should be your best
Yeah,
stats.
so-
This should be all
Yeah.
you do.
Presence and command are that's where it's
Okay,
at.
so between you, basically, the more you have to come up with a total of both of you have to succeed at the task, but you need at least 5 total successes to kind of correctly communicate the nuances back and forth, if that makes sense. So Doc, you're gonna basically using I'm gonna go with reason, medicine, and your genetics focus.
Okay.
So you guys can just drop those dice wherever you want. Buy dice, sell dice, whatever you need to do.
Yeah. So can I, just for fun, add to threat to buy a D20?
Sure. Don't forget, every one of these NPCs has a determination point as well.
Yes.
So you don't even have to sit on them if you don't want to.
Yeah. That's
That's
basically his own. That's Archer's only ability is somehow using
all
determination.
the time. Okay.
So, yeah.
Go ahead and add a point of threat. I'm here for it.
yeah, that lets me re-roll one of these D20s. So I'm gonna buy a extra D20 with threat, and then I can re-roll one of them if I need
Gotcha.
to.
Okay. How you doing? How you doing, Dr. Voraal?
I'm gonna spend momentum to buy an extra dice.
Oh shit.
Actually, yeah, you.
I can re-roll.
you can.
I can re-roll a 20, right?
Yeah. No, that's and until it's. And is it just one die or all the dice?
No, just one bad. 2 successes and a 20. So
Okay, I think that 20. Can
yeah,
be, I think
3 successes.
3 successes.
Nice.
I have 3
Thank
successes
goodness
also.
for that re-roll. That's all I can say.
Yes, I not from my point of view, but yeah, for you guys, I guess it's a good thing. Yeah. So here we go. You've got you do have 1 spare momentum from this. You basically successfully figured out. Okay, here's the pattern we're looking for. Here's how to encode into a computer program. And now the next step is you'll have a point of momentum. You have a free point now. I don't think you can do anything extra with communicating the idea, so that can be banked if that's okay.
Yeah, we'll bank that
Okay.
one.
Something happened to your Twitch stream.
What happened there, Jeff?
Your head got bigger. Hi. I so love this. I so love this software.
He's in all three of them.
I am lumen large. Oh, actually,
Well, why is there duplicates
it's
of me?
because you didn't use the right word. No, your camera finally glitched to correct itself. And no, I'm not making that up. That actually was the thing that happened. So I can do this. Yes, I can just bring you back as your normal sweet smiling self. There you go. And then I can take this one and I can just put it way over here off screen. There. Now you're just a...
Can you scrunch me up a little bit so I don't look quite so fat in the face?
I like the idea of just giving everybody body dysmorphia. There. You got your skinny pretty lens on? I think that's better, right?
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
There we go. Well, hopefully. Yep.
All right, so Archer's looking over Voral's shoulders and giving him some insight, and he gets the numbers completely wrong at first, and then realizes his mistake and helps him figure out the right numbers.
Okay, so Archer is set up. That gets you to where you need to be. You've got Voraal and Archer now are gonna do the scan, and I'm gonna now take it over now that Steve's back, and we don't know how long Steve's gonna be with us. So we're gonna we're gonna do that next. So you guys' next task, stick a pin in it, will be to initiate the actual looking for Suliban scan, and they've got it's gonna be kind of a challenge because they are camouflagey, but yeah, but it's not an impossible task. So you guys are hanging out back there. Captain Sulu, Commander Tuvok, and Nella. Where do we want to go? Do we want to body double Chang? Do we want to look for? Do we just want to look on Chang and act as his bodyguards, and then check out his entourage, right, or his retinue?
That sounds about right.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
But of course, I will defer to my former captain if he has different orders. But I believe if there is some sort of temporal assassination attempt, they would have planted someone in the Klingon entourage.
True enough.
Okay. So you guys are going to have to exit a room that only has one door, and that door goes to the bridge.
Well, I guess that's where we start.
Okay. I'm going to do that. Let me see. Copy, paste. Hey, that's where you are. You're on the Excelsior. Did you know that?
What's up?
Sweet.
Okay, yeah, I got a bunch of items that I didn't need, but you know what the hell. And boom, boom, boom.
It's good to have an exterior shot.
I need, yeah, and that's
keep the show interesting.
That's true, because now we go to this. Okay, so Tuvok, Sulu, and Kayla, you come out. What order do you want to come out in?
Well, I would technically let the Commodore go first, as she's Commodore.
Okay. So Nella walks out, does not know Tuvok because all Vulcans look alike to her. So she is not going to recognize that Tuvok is out there.
Okay.
I think. Well, let me just do dice on that because that would be funnier. Let me see. 5d20. Okay. Someone call evens or odds.
Odds.
odds. Okay, first die. If it matches, good things happen. It's evens. So
Oh dear.
she does not know. She's not. It doesn't occur to her that Tuvok is on the. There's now a Tuvok on the bridge. So she's busy doing her own thing. There's also, in my headcanon, there's a turbolift door. So all we have to do is kind of just go boop around the corridor. We don't have to traverse the whole bridge. So it's a fairly straightforward thing. Nella knows exactly where things are because this is an Excelsior ship and they're several hundred years old by her time. She looks around and is like, wow, it's nice to see them when they were actually fixed up. Did you take the paint? Did you take the plastic protectors off of all the panels yet, Hikaru?
No,
Okay. Who goes next and who goes last?
I'll go out next.
Okay, Sulu, you can immediately notice whether or not Tuvok is there,
Okay.
and then act appropriately.
So how many Tuvoks are there?
There's one behind you, and there's one in front of you, arguing with, just generally making a pain in the ass of himself, with Commander Rand. So
Okay.
he is distracted for the moment. Whether he stays that way is up to you and some dice.
All right. All right. I guess what I will do is I will attempt to run interference while Voyager Tuvok and the Commodore get into the turbo lift.
Okay.
Um,
All right. How do you want to run interference?
I will.
No, sorry.
No, I will probably just go up to the two, to Rand and the other Tuvok, and ask them for a status report, knowing that Tuvok will be lengthy as all hell, because.
Yes. What you need to do? Let's just use a really quick. Oh God, this is a difficulty level 0 task.
Okay.
Because you know what you're doing, and that's a completely logical thing. If you wish to generate momentum, this is the time to do it. So yeah, it will be a presence and command roll.
Okay, let's see what happens.
And then if you have like a know your ship or know your crew thing, that could be a focus.
No, I don't have either of those. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Your group has gained 2 momentum. I don't know if you want to use it for anything specific to this task.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to put it temp in the bank for you. All right.
Yeah.
So Tuvok and Nella both basically just need to make a security and fitness check. I think I have an 11. I have a 12. Son of a bitch.
Tuvok's got 14 or less. 2 successes.
Okay. We only needed really 1 at the most. So we do have a spare success. If there's any sneaking around thing you want to do that would be related to us transiting. If not, it can go in the bank.
I think for now, put it in the bank unless somebody else wants to spend it.
Okay, and in case anyone's looking, we're going to use the house rule of our cap is 2 points per player present. Is our momentum cap, and we lost the captain again. Okay, so we did do that. We disengaged. He's going to have to do a weird disengage thing, disengage maneuver.
I see the folly of my youth has gotten Captain Sulu rather tied up in a lengthy display of statistics. Let us get out of here, Zen.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, that's good. What we're going to do is at some point, what I want you to do is... Oh, okay, Stephen, you're back?
Yep.
Okay. What's going to happen is we've got Commander Tuvok. We got you guys off the bridge. How do you get yourself off the bridge now?
I let the two of them get in the turbo lift and just go.
Yep.
And then once they give me the status point, very well, carry on. I have to go check in on General Shang,
Okay.
and I just log off down the turbo lift.
All right. Can you do a presence and command roll?
Okay.
And basically, any success is good. I'm hoping for a critical failure.
Nope, I got 2 successes again.
Okay, you managed to do it without making Tuvok spiral into self-doubt and hatred.
Good.
Okay. Because I was going to make Cameron act that out. All right, so you guys are walking down the hall. And is there any prep you want to do before you go into the room with Chang and his 2 bodyguards? Commander Tuvok, you know exactly who Chang is?
Yeah, and I
You got to keep stum about it.
Kalar
does as well.
Kalar does as well. So while the 2 of us are alone, I'll say, as you know, it is paramount that we must protect the general at all costs for things to play out correctly.
Yeah, but I really, I don't know. I'm not thrilled. I had some friends on deck 6 when he blew a hole through it on the Enterprise. I'm not excited about this. And I don't know if Sulu's within earshot of any of this crap. Well, we're Vulcan. No, you're Vulcan. I'm not. Shit.
Well, I should have said I was checking to make sure Sulu couldn't hear it, because we shouldn't corrupt the timeline. I mean, he knows Chang's important, but he doesn't know the links that Chang is going to with certain Federation
Yeah,
people.
I think it's even funnier that way. Yeah, we'll do that. Who did we manage to lose?
Mortis.
God damn it. Can we get a break? Well, the answer is apparently no.
Not tonight.
Not
apparently.
tonight. Yeah, it's like this is the worst night, and
But when the Suliban are involved, you just got to roll with it.
that's true.
I see Mortis over you, Wayne, strangely.
Yeah,
Oh.
because
He's kind of floating out there, locked
he's
in
lost
space.
in space. All right, yeah, I've got these 4 Klingons. Yeah, the worst part is like he's got 2 cameras coming into our system, and that's okay. I just am annoyed about it because his thing is flipping back and forth a lot. He may come back, he may not. Who knows? But the nice part is we don't need to worry about him because he's not in this episode. However, Rob, how's your Klingon?
How's my Klingon?
You want to be the general, or do you want to be just one of his or do you want to be would you like to take the general, or even, God forbid, the ambassador?
I'll do the general. I'll do the general.
Okay. You just have to sound like Papa Von Trapp. And if Jeff gets back, and are we all back all right, we're all back. Hey, Jeff, we didn't even get in the room in true fashion. Okay, we're good. And Jeff, I'd like you to take the Klingon ambassador. How you doing? Are you catching up to us?
I think so. Yep.
Okay. So you see John Shook over here.
Okay.
Okay. He's listed as K4. The Klingons all just have numbers because it's easy to just do that instead of you guys going, I need Lieutenant or Herg or whatever. Also, let me see if I can find an ensign. Also, you're going to find, as you walk in, You find Ensign Lanier Teneman in there, and he is kind of lost. And General Chang, this Starfleet ensign has been the spaciest creature you have ever fucking dealt with. Because you were supposed to have someone helping you pick out the China pattern, the tablecloths, the table shape, all of those detail things. And as a meta thing, Chang's trying to derail shit.
Yeah.
It's his thought, without looking like he's derailing it. It's like you don't, because the ship don't have the parts yet. Yes, but his ultimate fallback plan, if he can't cause this to disintegrate, his fallback plan is just Star Trek 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I like this idea that he and the ambassador, if Jeff is gonna not bash his head into his computer. Doing okay, man?
Yep.
Okay. Jeff, the ambassador is a come hell or high water, we're going to get this done. You're working on getting the tablecloth, the table, and the China pattern picked out. The general's not thrilled to do it, but also keep in mind Chang is a raving egomaniac and can't resist showing off about how much shit he knows. That he's all eloquent and shit. So anyway, Ensign Lamar is a bit spacey, and he's standing there with, like, he's trying to fold a fitted sheet. He's actually got the replicator to make a fitted sheet version of a tablecloth, and Chang, because that's what Chang demanded. You demanded a fitted sheet. These must fit snugly, but they must also be folded in a very precise Klingon way. So Lanier is trying to fold a fitted sheet.
I see.
Oh,
And in comes Captain Sulu. So here we go.
I asked for gingham.
Oh man. Yeah, gingham. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna work. And he's really baffled about how his hands work on top of everything else, by the way.
This herringbone pattern is fine, but the fabric is all wrong.
Oh God, this is great. Okay, there's also another guy called Eric, and Eric will help. Eric's trying to help. Yeah, because Eric's got a stack of plates. They have like little shepherd, alpine shepherd boy paintings on them. You pick the 3 designs that you thought would be funny to try and make the Federation do. But yeah, so Eric is also there trying to do stuff. He's also headed up to here with Ensign Lamar, being so incompetent. And so in comes that. Roktor, I don't know if the ambassador wants to try anything. Like to diffuse the situation or help or... Or did he freeze?
I think he froze.
God damn.
No.
Man, this kills me. All right. Damn it. All right. Sulu's group comes in. I've got Steve now. Steve, you're here. We're just going to have Captain Sulu do some shit. You come in, you get a crewman that you recognize, bullet head, and then you've got this other guy who is in absolutely not the correct uniform, trying to fold a fitted sheet. And Nella obviously spots Lanier when she comes in. But Sulu, you're the lead, so you do the first thing first.
General, any success in picking the China pattern?
Is your crew intentionally trying to torpedo these peace accords?
No, we've been having some technical difficulties. I whispered to the Commodore, I presume this one's one of yours.
Well, I was going to applaud them for their efforts, but now it seems like I was wrong. I asked for gingham, and I've gotten this crazy cotton.
I'm not
situation.
familiar with that musical style.
No, it's not musical. Shakespeare would never have used this fabric in one of his tragedies.
Indeed, much like replicated gingham, you'd never experience Shakespeare until you hear it in the original Klingon.
Ah. And this dish pattern reminds me of my rite of passage as a child.
That painful, huh?
Yes, very. We had to drink the blood from the teacups.
Didn't think Klingons use teacups. Anyway.
We don't. That's the point.
See.
Maybe we can move on to the flowers.
Ah. So you are intending to torpedo these discussions. Now you have my attention.
What kind of flowers did you have in mind,
not want
Ambassador?
flowers?
I care not about the flowers.
Maybe a list from you of what you would approve would be better to work with.
It matters. This is all.
Right,
this
then
will all
let's
be.
move on.
For, this will all be for naught.
Oh, you have that little hope for this?
Indeed.
Huh. Sounds like you're the problem and not us.
I think the problem. You're on mute, Wayne. I think the problem is
I'm the problem.
the entire effort to create this peace. Ha!
Oh God, Sulu, you're seeing this all fall apart in front of your face. So if you've got any diplomatic smoothies you want to throw on, Nella and Tuvok might want to start scanning people to see if they're Suliban.
The first thing Tuvok is going to try and remember, he's vaguely thinking that the ambassador should be on Earth at the preliminary meetings with the Federation people. So he's going to scan the ambassador first and just kind of hold this. I assume he has the Excelsior level tricorder or something.
Sure.
He doesn't have his Voyager equipment.
Yeah, that would be funnier.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't
So
he
he's-
wouldn't carry that as standard equipment. So yeah, he'd have an Excelsior tricorder. Yep.
So he'd have, yeah. So he'll pick it up and just kind of pretend that he's going. If you don't mind, gentlemen, a security scan is in order.
Wait, that's gonna cause people to get really weird. Eric is not sure. It's like, wait a minute, I thought we'd already scanned all these things. Look, I
Yes.
scanned every one of these cups, and he holds up 15 different teacups that he has balanced on a tray that go in order of thickness. Because they basically start like where you have to be able to throw them at the wall and they don't break, to paper thin. But yeah, I scanned all these. They're good. They're fine, right?
Oh, the general seems to have an issue with some of these things, so perhaps we should verify that they're all correct.
Okay, Eric goes back and he takes the teacups and he runs a tricorder. He starts tricordering all the teacups for biocompatibility.
I will-
'Cause all right, I didn't test for biocompatibility with Thasians. Okay, I get it. Okay, you got me.
I will
you got
assist.
me, Tuvok. You're a prick.
I will
But
I will assist you. And then I sort of look at Captain Sulu and I raise an eyebrow, like, this is the way I was back then. So I'm sort of cueing him that I'm trying to be the prick that I was at the time I was an ensign.
okay. Yep. So Sulu,
Works for me.
I'm gonna have you move in deeper with Chang, as it were. Nayla's gonna try and like concentrate on Lamar to figure out what the hell's going on with him. And yeah, Tuvok, you're making a beeline for the ambassador?
Sorry. No, I'm pretending that I'm assisting Eric with his scans, but I'm using the tricorder to scan some of the people. I'm going to start with the
The
ambassador.
ambassador's on the other.
I assume he's close enough range that I can.
He's over on this side of the room, and you're over on
Okay.
this side of the room. One of the few times I give.
Well,
you
then
shit.
all right. I guess I'll start with the closest Klingons. But again, I'm trying to make it look like
Yep.
like I'm scanning the teacups and also the game.
Oh, sorry about that. I just found out that we're making Jeff play against type. Hey Jeff, would you like to be Sergeant Crover? One of the ambassador's bodyguards?
That's better, yeah.
Okay, he's
But
the
I don't know.
one-
I might shoot Chang for that too.
Yeah. Well, here's your choice. There's an old freak, and then there's two young freaks that are just like blood and thunder kind of guys, designed to go off and cause a tiff.
Sure, I'll take one of those.
Okay.
I'm not an ambassador. You'll never get ambassadorness out of me.
Okay. I'll note that in your note that in your dossier.
Yeah, no, that in my dose.
All right, K3 Sergeant Crover, your nearest Commander Tuvok. Eric is basically scanning the teacups for whether or not we don't know about changelings, but he's scanning for Thasian for compatibility with Thasians. So anybody who remembers that gets points. And go ahead, Commander Tuvok. You're gonna do a control and what's it called? Yeah, control and science.
Okay. So 14 or less.
It would help if you knew what you were looking for.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna scan to see if he matches Klingon.
Damn it! All right, yes. All right, thanks for ruining my diversion.
I think I'll spend a point of momentum to get an extra die too, because I want to make sure that I don't get caught doing this, because this could screw up the entire timeline. All right, so thank God I spent that extra momentum, because I got 2 fails and 1 success. No critical.
God. Okay. He does come back as Klingon. I'm gonna do dice against dice. He's got like a. Let's go with it's a post. What was your scan skill?
14 or
Okay.
less.
Yeah, he doesn't notice. He hit a 19. There's no way he's noticing this. Okay. Krovek is more interested in Eric because Krovek heard Thasians, and of course, at some point, Thasians dishonored his family, and now he's just professionally pissed off about the whole thing. And that's got him going. Chang did select his entourage very, very well. So at this point, Sulu and Chang can continue some level of dialogue. If you think, Sulu, you think you can like talking insane over a ham actor into a
I don't know if
meeting?
I can try. General, what other arrangements do we need to make this work?
Well, I guess if we can just settle on the cutlery, everything else will be fine.
I think we can manage that.
I'm just waiting for where the cutlery is going to be. I'm going to use that. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to flip back to Archer and Voraal, because now you've got the Suliban. Where's Suliban? Right. Who was that? What was the name Suliban? In
Waldo?
art? Yeah, no, it was the guy's, the actual Suliban leader's name.
Oh, I thought you meant.
But yeah, I was
Where's
going to make the
Waldo?
Where's Waldo with Where's. I was
Yes,
going to say Where's
sorry.
Shran, but yeah. No,
Silic.
I had,
Silic.
Where's Silic?
Silic.
Yeah. Where in the world is Silic San Diego?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. We all watch PBS. Okay, so Archer and Voraal, you're going to now initiate the scan. Because of the way the technology works, you don't know that there's a single button that can do all this. So you're going to have a great time. I don't know. Wrath of Khan has flip phones. Apple Watch is only
But they also have. He also did Khan in his wristwatch, the Apple wristwatch.
Well, that was
I'm trying to figure out if I can get a message
Yeah.
from Archer, those guys, without whipping a flip phone out.
well.
and,
Hey,
hey, everybody!
just do this. See what happens. Nobody else in this group has a comm badge that works like that.
Right, right. So I don't think it would
Yeah.
probably not be on the same frequency.
Steve was about to
I
do
think
a,
Chewbacca would probably.
yeah. Steve was about to do a flex. I think you were about to do a trivia flex.
Oh, no, the wristwatches were the guys from the Reliant had the wristwatches, but
Yep.
that was, I think that was a holdover from
One.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I think.
Yep.
They just painted them differently, but yeah.
Yeah, mine was actually that they were cons. They were cons communicators. Was the other alternative is that they could be cons communicators because they were bulky, they were chunky, but then everything was chunky. Either way, Archer and Voraal need to do a con and probably either con and control, which is just operating shit, or a con and or a control and science.
I'll take control and science for 20.
You will roll a 20. Good. I'm glad to hear.
Well,
it.
no, I mean it's no, I mean actual 14. Or 14.
All right, con and science. You need to come up with like 6 total successes.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
Well.
look at me. I said what I said. What? You okay? Okay, Rob? You haven't frozen yet, so when you just looked at me like you dick.
I'm gonna burn a determination then.
Your voice is your.
Sorry, I was looking at momentum. I was seeing how much momentum we had. That's what I was looking
Don't
at.
forget, if you can have faith of the heart.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn a determination, I guess.
Okay, I think you had 2.
I guess.
I think some of you have 2. Yep.
And that'll give me
What's
2
your-
successes.
Well, what's your determination that you're burning? What
Logic should not preclude joy.
What the fuck does that relate to anything?
It's going to be joyous when we get through this.
Okay, I'll go with that. Okay,
And then
Rob.
I'll spend 2 momentum to get an extra dice also.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. altogether.
So maybe let me go first, and I'll use my determination. And if I succeed, then you'll get extra.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing control and con, and I will use 1 momentum for the 3rd die.
Okay.
And then if I succeed, then I roll a presence command to assist Voraal
Okay.
by using my determination.
Got it. Oh my god. All right.
So control
momentum.
and con. So
Yes.
2 successes
Okay, that's all you got out of those dice.
out
Oh,
of
right,
3.
you
Well,
only
it was
got
only
2.
3 dice.
3 dice. Okay.
2 successes, and then but I succeed. So then I can choose a single ally, and the next task that ally attempts counts as having assistance.
Okay. And then that's assistance based on your command and presence.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And your assistance is a single die, but that's okay. Yep. And then they have to succeed once to get that success. Okay. Now we flip over to Voraal.
Okay, so determination gives me 2 successes. I got 2. Is genetics still a focus?
Yeah. We'll do that because otherwise it would be dickish.
Okay, so that means I got 4, 5, 6 successes.
All by yourself?
All by myself, with the 2 from the determination, and then I got 4 for my science, which is I have a 4 science. That's 2 more, and then I got 2 other successes on the other 2 dice.
Yeah, the ship
So
ship
2,
could
4.
also give assistance if necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do the ship too. I don't have the Excelsior's stat, but it would be assisted by There's a reason we bought the book. Yeah, if you want to give me the ship sensors, I think.
Okay.
Sensor suite. So yeah, you guys are going to wind up with more momentum than God at the end of this. You're going to wind up having stormed all over this.
Okay.
Good Lord, like the entire
So
group is gone.
Oh dear. Sensors 8.
Okay.
I don't know what the medicine. I guess it would be medicine. I don't know what that would be.
0 or?
They don't have full stats.
They don't?
Bullshit. Well, this is just the space frame now, so.
Oh, that's bullshit. Well, I'm going to say at least there's a medicine too. Because it's a Connie would have that because it has medical bays.
Yeah.
So that's a 10. Why don't you go ahead and roll the ship assistance die? 10 or less.
I shall.
It is your ship, Mr. Susan.
Got a 9.
Damn it. 6,
Got 1 success.
7, 8, 9. Okay, so far you guys have gotten 9 momentum altogether. Rob, Archer can come in with his inspiring speech now.
I got an 11 for my assistance die.
Which is like 4 lower than you needed.
Yes, yeah, it's a success as well.
So that's 10. Okay, so you only needed 6. I'm going to have to start setting the challenges better. But you just stormed all over that. So while you're scanning, is there anything else you'd like to fucking know? You do find 2 sets of Suliban. One set, you're getting, I'm going to say you're getting DNA readings. I'm not going to give you numbers. That'll be what you have to spend the momentum on because I was a wuss. There is Suliban DNA in the observation lounge where Chang is. There's also living DNA in the ship's engineering area. So there you go. You have two groups of Suliban. One is right where you thought they'd be with Chang. The other's in engineering. You now have 4 additional momentum to spend on question time.
Okay. In the observation area, which one of the individuals is the Suliban?
Damn it. It's the ambassador. I was going to give Jeff that chance to stab somebody in the heart, and he just didn't want to do it. So, actually, no, it's not the ambassador. It's actually this old guy, K1 Lieutenant Herkel.
That's who I'm playing.
Oh, I thought you were playing Krovek.
I don't know.
I think you should be Lieutenant Herkel because Lieutenant Herkel is going to try and assassinate Chang.
All right.
Pretend the rest of you pretend you didn't hear that, but that's what he's going to do.
We gleaned it using the extra momentum somehow.
Well, you gleaned that there was a guy. Yeah. Wait a minute. I think Jeff came. Seems like we're running with Brent Spiner's Star Trek Avengers plot. Oh God! All right. Yes. Oh yeah, we are doing Star Trek Avengers. GM and the Great Barrier just spotted us, and thanks for rating us, guys. Let me see. Okay, so you know that it is Lieutenant Hercule in the observation lounge, probably with whatever cutler.
With a candlestick.
Well, I think it was with what? Yeah, it should be. It is exactly what it is. It's probably the
gingham
knife.
garrote.
It could be. He could garrote somebody with a gingham.
Go gingham
Well, we
garrote.
just talked about looking at the cutlery for the place.
Yeah, that was what I was kind of hoping somebody would do. So you get to
Yeah.
describe like 3 different obscure, bizarre kind of cutlery. Like, you know, remember, this is where you get your 18th century Elizabethan table manners from. Okay? So I'm going to let you think about, I'm going to let you stew on I need 3 different, very obscure dining utensils that sound innocuous or just bizarre. Because what I'm thinking of is snail mallet. Okay.
I was thinking a snail fork.
Snail fork, yeah. Those kind of things, yeah.
That's a
It's
two-pronged
the
thing, isn't
two-pronged
it?
thing. And the best part is, it's Star Trek shit. You can make that up, and you can say, "Oh, it's a denobulan, you know, worm deveiner or something." So you come up with 3 of those.
I'm having a tough time not getting the spork out of my.
I feel
right
that
now.
a spork from I think honestly the most
20th century Taco Bell.
You know, I was thinking a waffle stop takeout. The spork is the most deadly of tools. But you go ahead on those. You think on those. What I'm going to do is also cut back. You guys, I have to figure out the comms. I think we'll just pretend comms are a given. You're all smart people. You know how to do that. In engineering, what are your other 3 questions? Ouch. I'm taking momentum away from the group for what Rob suggested.
What?
Just wrong.
Why?
My mind went somewhere dirty.
Oh, no, it's an actual thing. It's an actual utensil, a Yankee spreader.
I'm going to put that up. Okay, so down in engineering, there are 3 other questions you can ask.
Who is the person in engineering that is in Suliban?
God damn it. He looks like Captain Pike. Actually, there's no person in engineering. It's kind of like they're in the ductwork, and also right next to the warp drive. There's two distinct life forms. One's in a nearby kind of plasma conduit, and one is in the what's it called? One is near the warp core.
Oh, there's 2.
Yeah, there are 2. Yeah, you found 2 there, because when you dial up the resolution, you know, it gave you not just numbers but specifics. And you have 2 more momentum left if you want to use them on question time or just give them back. And keep in mind, you can use momentum to create a trait or element that will cause hindrance to enemies. If you and Dr. Voraal have an idea. Because Dr. Voraal's size is all over the place.
Can we use a momentum to cause the Suliban in engineering to have been spotted by the crew somehow?
Sure. Well, one of them's hanging out near a plasma conduit. It depends on how nasty you want to be.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how nasty we can be with only one momentum.
Well, no. You have you can create a trait because you have.
Oh,
you have
great,
a couple,
great, yes.
Yeah, you have a couple left over anyway. I don't think you burned through. I only think you burned through 2 of the 4 you had left. So in my brain, you had 2 just from the scan, and then whatever you have left in the tank. And I think you got 5 in the tank, so you have 7 altogether. I'm going to put that up here on a thing. But yeah, you can go ahead and if you guys want to do that and do something nasty with them.
I guess maybe we can use we'll just create a trait that the results of our scan, we were able to essentially, I don't know, reverse the polarity in the Jeffries tube to cause them to get fried or something using their DNA signatures.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, you can set up something that unspools their DNA, or it could actually mess with their augmentations.
Yeah,
Does that
something
make
like
sense?
that. Yeah,
Okay, so
basically.
it messes with them so they can't do wormy things anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
And they just
something like
fall
that.
out of their little. Did they do invisibility? Was there invisibility with them guys?
Yeah, it was sort of like a chameleon power.
They had a
wasn't it?
chameleon power. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you'll just disrupt
something.
their chameleon power with it.
Yeah, cloaking, like a cloaking technology.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll take. Jonathan. Just for giggles to see if you could easily pull that off, can you do an engineering and let's see. Do you have daring? Let's do daring because I'm almost.
Daring
If you don't have
six.
anything, if you don't have daring, I don't know what the hell Captain Archer is for.
Archer
Oh
has
yeah, no,
daring.
he's decent. Daring engineering is okay. It's not
Okay,
bad.
and then I'd like the ship to assist Steve.
Okay.
Could you make that an engineering, and then what's the other trait that would be control-y? Like superstructure.
And I'm going to use a momentum as well for a third die.
Okay.
So
Well, you don't actually. All you have to do is succeed with anything, because you're spending momentum to make the trait. This is just kind of can you get the trait to work?
Okay, all right. So I have 2 successes.
Okay. Sorry to put you on the spot, Steve. I apologize.
no. Okay. Actually, so I'm guessing the Excelsior is a multi-role.
Yes.
So that's going to be 4 engineering, and what was the other system we wanted to
I
use?
hate to say it, you got me there.
What were
I'm not a ship guy.
my thing kicked me out because I was going to make a very bad Moyle joke. So
Oh, is that what you were? I like the idea that that might be part of some other race's dietary habits.
I give all no.
Oh, Gavalt. I like the idea.
So what? So okay. So what exactly are they trying to do?
They're trying to basically reroute a plasma conduit to fuck with somebody's DNA.
Sounds like engines and engineering. So 9 and 4 would be 13.
Perfect.
And I will roll. I got a nat 1. Huzzah!
All
So I
right.
got 2 successes.
All right. Oh God. I'm sorry, chat. I'm looking at. I'm broadcast. I'm just looking over at our chat where we're discussing all the ceremonial cutlery that actually exists in the real fucking world. I will be putting these up on the screen for all of us. So you got 2 successes on that. So
Yep.
yeah, you guys only needed to spend 2 momentum altogether. So you had 7, and then thanks to this shenanigans, you generated 4 less 2 makes 9. So for no apparent reason, you've blown the lid off of my joy. And now the Suliban in engineering is decloaked. Essentially, their chameleon ability is negated, and there's a kind of a spotty, lumpy guy down there. I'm just going to go ahead and say, Archer, are you going to just also call down and say intruder alert or anything like that?
Well, I thought about it, but technically, his comms are not going to work and things like that. So I didn't want to, overreach. But at the same time, we can just use the console to do it.
You
sure.
just got a button, so because you figured out how to get the plasma conduit down there done, so you should be able to figure out the phone number.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just
Sure.
yell intruder alert to something.
Yeah.
Can you give me odds or evens, please?
Odds.
Okay. Odds. Okay, good. While you do that, when you say that and you say, hey, there's an intruder in engineering, whoever is down in engineering, they spot him, they phaser him, they get his buddy, and they do alert, they do say, they do trip off the intruder alert klaxon. And I'm going to take that back to the snail mallet selection. Oh my God, seating order clockwise. Okay. What in the world are you putting up? Are these the things you're doing? By the way?
No, it's more utensils.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it right over the Excelsior.
That's a grape shear.
Of course it is.
That is a bread fork.
Okay. Grape shears, number 3 is
Nope. Yankee spreader, Yankee spreader, Yankee spreader.
is that the... I mean, that's a spatula. That's like a fucking thing used for plaster.
No, it's for food. It's for like peanut butter and stuff.
Okay, well...
It's cream cheese.
Yeah, it's a cream cheese spreader. I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then I'll put the Yankee spreader, which is always on... It must always be on one of the 3 seashells, right? Is that the other thing? Is it comes with 3 seashells?
I don't know. That's just somebody on Etsy being artsy.
Okay. I think it looks like a garage sale refugee. So anyway, yeah, that's stuff that's in the utility drawer of every house I've ever been in. So while you're down there, right? Hurl's down there, and what I'm gonna do is Chang, were you picking out the did you have a favorite thing? Because they're all laid out in front of Hurl and everybody, because we know Hurl's going to do a thing here. What?
Of course, Chang has a favorite. Of course, there's a favorite.
Okay, which is
It's the Klingon spreader.
the Klingon spreader. Gonna use a Doctar. Okay, so we're gonna grab that one. Hurl, which one of these items are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing the bread fork.
Okay, that does look like the most Klingon of weapons.
Yes.
Chang, you hold up. Are you gonna assess the heft and balance of it just to be a dick?
No, he's very familiar with the heft and balance of the Klingon spreader.
Okay, is it the Yankee spreader that you're gonna use?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you haven't spread until you spread in the original Klingon.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is where my mind went when I heard Yankee spreader. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. I'm
seeing this vision of Ace Ventura talking out of his butt cheeks.
Yeah. So, Hurl, what's going to happen is you are going to make your move. There is a thing called there's a thing that says intruder alert. So while you're spreading and grabbing spreaders or assessing things, because this is the final goddamn thing, the ambassador is so happy he can start drinking now. You hear the intruder alert go off, and I believe at that point it just means that I'm going to spend threat because there's no reason not to. That essentially just allows you to act, out of cover. And I will say, damned if I know what Chang's skills are, but I'd say he's a 16 in combat.
Well, I'm telling you, that at this point in time, Chang had 2 eyes, but I'm fixing to take one of them.
I think we need to make that. We need to make that absolutely canon.
Yeah.
To hell with Klingon Academy.
I'm gonna pluck that out with my bread
Excellent.
knife or
Nice.
bread fork.
I like the idea
Yes.
that he lost it in a cutlery accident. And all right, so we don't need to necessarily do dice against dice, but I want to do it anyway because it's funny. Hurl, you've got 3 dice. Your target is like frickin' 15. Chang, you've got 3 dice, and your target is 17 because you're awesome. And Hurl, you automatically get to roll 1 more die if you don't get a critical success.
Okay, well, I rolled a 2 and a 14 and a 4. So that should be probably close
I
to...
think you have focus in. I think you have
Cutlery.
focus in a cutlery. I'd say you probably are the assassin. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say you can deadshot this. Is it deadshot?
2, 4, that's 5 successes.
It's 5 successes. Okay,
And I
Chang.
haven't rolled the extra dice yet that you just
Oh yeah,
gave me.
well, as long as you don't get a critical success, you got critical successes because
Yeah,
you got
no,
focuses.
I didn't get anything on that one. I was got
Okay.
16 on that.
Okay, Chang, defend yourself, sir.
Oh, 166.
Damn it.
Ooh, that's gonna
Okay.
tie.
No, it's 2, 3, 4. You had 5.
Yeah, he got. Didn't he get two crits?
Nope, just 166.
Oh,
So he got a natural crit, but the 6s won't ever be crits.
Well, he must have a focus of combat or something, right?
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
just
but
turns the 1 into a 1.
Well,
I hate to say. It's okay because, believe it or not, what you guys did, I'm going to say we didn't meet, right? We didn't pretend this because this gives Nella a chance to do an assist on Chang for combat. So Nella is going to take a shot at this. She's got I think she's got a 14 in combat. Okay. She does tip the tide over, but it's a 12 out of 14, so I'd say that's a shitty success. It's kind of a dirty success. Nella does kind of an equivalent of a sacrifice move where basically the reason Chang never hit Hurl is because Chang's Yankee spreader is now embedded in Nella's chest because she interposed herself trying to block the sport, the butter, whatever it is. What is the bread thing?
bread fork.
God, okay. She spoils the aim at Chang's chest. It hits his eye, bread fork, ruins Chang's eye. Chang had his counterattack, which wasn't successful against Hurl, but Nella was in the way, and so she's now been stabbed. So there we go. Nella's now injured. Chang's injured, and we've exposed the Suliban. And I would say, hey, Dragon Krovik, Dragon Krovik are just going to go to town on your ass, Jeff.
Okay.
Is it okay if they just burn you to the ground?
Oh yeah, Barton. Phasers.
Phasers, disruptors. Eric, we need to see if Eric messes with his China set. Evens or odds? Evens. Okay. Yeah, he gets his China set out of the way before all hell breaks loose. Okay, so Nell is injured. That's good, but Chang is safe, and we've foiled the Suliban plot. So yay, our team, by the way.
So,
Lennar is near Nella, and she kind of falls back because it's dramatic. And he kind of asks her, why did she do that? And she said, because peace is important. And tells that to Lennar. And at that point, I'm going to say, time travel shenanigans happen. And you all go back to your proper places and times, which kind of sucks for 2 people. and that puts us literally back on the bridge of the Challenger, and everybody's fine, if that makes sense. Nella is stabilized. Lanier is stabilized. Zoe, what were you doing in the 1 minute that they were gone? I think what orders did you give in the 1 minute that they were gone?
She gave herself a promotion to lieutenant commander.
Okay. Okay.
I just knew you were going to say you transferred all the command codes of the ship to you.
Yeah.
That was the second thing they did.
Yeah. So she's.
Are you going to do anything with the pirate queen that's sitting next to you?
And I don't know. Is she?
Actually, the funnier thing is, what happened to the shuttlecraft crew when the whales went into warp drive?
Did they go into warp drive?
Well, they did. Whatever it was, we figured out how they moved through space. They kind of activated that. When they got spooked, they got spooked or something, and that actually tripped off because that was the comms spooked the whales. The whales went and then that kind of tripped the whole temporal problem.
Oh dear.
So believe it or not, this, if you look back, it's like we did some stupid dice rolling. But what I want to do is then ask, so you're all kind of back. I'm going to get rid of Kristen Slater. But, let's see. You're all back on the bridge, and it wasn't for naught, by the way. Okay? So Zoe has given herself a promotion. You're recovering the shuttle with the guys in it, right? And right now, Linear is waking up, as is the captain and the doctor. Okay, and they're coming back out of it. And that should bring us to the end of this episode. We have, I think, 2 more sessions left, because we'll end about mid-October. What kind of things do you want to have happen next week?
Combat.
Any particular thing, or just fight?
No, just some more. Yeah, a little more. I guess a little more sort of tabletop combat or battle map combat.
Battle map combat. Okay.
Did 2E change combat quite a bit?
A little bit.
Mm.
Which we
like
can
to see how that goes.
All right, yeah, because we haven't tested.
How about
combat.
ship to ship stuff? Did it make ship to ship a little easier? Because I know in 20 it's grueling when you go to ship to ship.
Well, let's make it grueling then, because these are parts we haven't tested either.
Yeah, we could do a ship to ship and then beam a landing party on the other ship when we cripple it and do some battle map stuff, beating people up.
There you go.
Burke would be down for that.
Okay. Well, hey,
I'll punch him and then I'll argue with him.
the toast fork was not enough. You had your combat. We had the toast fork. What the fuck's the matter with you? You people are fucking bloodthirsty.
Come on, but you kind of nerfed it. You didn't really let us go full on.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I only stabbed a guy in the eye.
And this is the era of Kirk Fu and combat every episode.
Yeah.
At least one fisticuffs with a torn shirt, right?
Yeah, this is. I don't know if Zell's going to go with the torn
Yeah,
shirt.
can you legally use the Kirk fight music?
We can
Probably have to sample like 4 notes.
We can
like,
legally hum it. Yeah, exactly. You guys know this. All I'm going to say is a bunch of post-college white guys beatboxing would be about the worst thing we could do, but it would be the most on
But it'll get
brand.
ratings, I bet.
Oh, it'll get ratings. Yeah. It'll definitely get the kids. The kids will call that. Some would call it cringe.
We'll double our subs in one session.
Yep.
It would improve our Riz, right?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. That's stuff we don't know. My children aren't talking to me when I use words like that. So we'd like to do some
skibbity,
more.
Skibbity this and skibbity that.
Okay. Doctor has an aneurysm. Any other things you guys want to try? because there's a security challenge that is supposed to be in the show, or in this cycle. Is there anything else you guys want to do, like either character-wise or plot-wise? Because right now you've got Ensign Whatever's got some ideas. Ensign Whatever's been given a clue, or he's a puzzle that you guys helped solve. All right, so I think map combat ship to ship and figuring out who the hell it is you're fighting, because I need to know who you're fighting. If you guys got any ideas, like did somebody stow away on that Orion ship? Because that's the only thing I can think of.
Norwegian whalers.
Japanese whalers show up.
Or Japanese whalers.
Maybe I don't want to say, actually. Maybe I was going to say maybe the Suliban actually appear somehow in the anomaly.
I don't see why we can't do that.
Yeah, they could be pretty mad
Really
that
worried
we
you were gonna
screwed
say
up
the
their
Borg.
plan.
I like the idea because that brings the other adventure back and it puts you into a temporal Cold War situation.
Yeah.
And also because the anomaly is just a big old walk-in problem in space-time, hopping in there might be, a one-shot thing.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, you can bring people in, but you can't bring a lot in reliably, that kind of thing. So yeah, we got Suliban. Steve, is there anything you wanted to see happen? It could be plot or
Keep the pants flying.
see the pants flying. Yes, because you actually need some flying stuff.
Yep.
All right. If any of these happen, what I'd like to do, Zoe, or Rob, what I want to do is I'd like to leave Zoe in charge. So I'm going to make the captain kind of stand down, and we can just sit down and figure out a couple of like, we'll just make sure that you can do ship combat as a captain.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't want you're a science officer. I
That's-
don't want you getting in trouble. What?
Really, that's easily just explained too. Basically, just say that this time travel thing that we went through, this anomaly, has messed with the symbiont inside, and it's basically having trouble recovering from the trauma of reliving all that and having all of that come down on it at once.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So we'll take care of that. Also, by the way, there is a rule in second edition, which I like, which is you can go and cherry pick one of the powers from another race. Like you can, they're not focuses. What are they called? Talents.
Talents. Yeah.
You could just get a talent. You could just spend determination and go, oh, I know the Vulcan neck pinch now.
Oh wow!
And with GM's approval. But that's how you explain it shows up once and never again. Which is how, somebody can do a Vulcan neck pinch 1 week and then say, why didn't they do it any other time? So that's one of the additional things from the second set of rules that was kind of cool. In my mind, that was really cool. But yeah, so we'll do flying things. Suliban, it looks like the Suliban are going to wreak some revenge on you guys and see what we can do. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for helping write next week's adventure. What is it? Can you do your best Jim Carrey from the Cable Guy impression? Which that was way a long time ago, but that was a request that they didn't put points behind. So as I get ready to describe what we're doing next week, who has a good Cable Guy line?
I don't know. Is that like the alrighty then or something
No,
like that?
that's Ace Ventura.
Oh
I never
yeah,
saw
that's
that in
right.
the show either.
Cable Guy was kind of a creepy one. He's pretty creepy.
Oh, I know. I think I know which one it was. The password penis.
Oh God. Well, on that, folks.
I'm pretty sure that's from Cable Guy.
Oh, if it's not, it should be. It was probably set at one point on that set. Hey, folks, there are more things than Star Trek and the DM's thinly veiled fetishes on the channel. Actually, no, it's all thinly veiled fetishes, but there's more than Star Trek. Wednesday, we have Dungeons of Drakkenheim, Episode 8, Best Laid Plans. Last time, our crew sold off their delirium and learned a valuable lesson about seller's fees. Oh, God, the gas fees. Take that, Bitcoin. With the last few leads at their disposal, a new plan of action must be made. Which direction will the party go? No matter which way they head, one thing is for certain. They're going to feel like they're being watched. But by whom? Join us and find out. Thursday, we are off. However, we are prepping for Alien Season 3 because Architects of Fate is nothing but perfect with its timing for movie tie-ins. We're going to be missing it by a month. We're going to miss... what's the movie?
Romulus.
Yeah.
Romulus. So that's the one where the aliens battle Romulans.
Yeah, and I went and I was very disappointed. 0 Romulans.
Yeah, how could they leave them out?
Fucking A. And then Sunday, Tomb of Annihilation, or actually Friday, Cookie Trek, the motion picture, part 3, So Much Red. Didn't even write up anything else. Simon and Rufus are just hoping to get through Pocky Sticks and still be friends. Sunday, we have Tomb of Annihilation, All for One and One for All. After the party opened all 5 magical wardrobes at the same time, chaos has ensued. Now we're down to a badly wounded Bone Devil, a pair of shocking Will-O-Wisps trying to take down an enlarged Kenneth. You can use ointment for that. A mimic cheese that is chomping down on DM Dave's wiener. And a pair of bug demons struggling to fight a roided out Jaeger. The cure has to shout every time he talks for the next 2 weeks. Kenneth is deaf until he takes a nap, and now there's a deadly gas cloud in the entire room, and it was not Scrod this time. Well, where to go, what to do, find out on Sunday. And then on Monday, rolling around, we have Star Trek Back in Business. We're going to try and do a Star Trek Back in Business, Rule 39. Don't tell the customers more than they need to know. The crew is taking the advice of a strange Ferengi who is totally not Grand Nagus Rom in disguise, and will be making their way to Epsilon Prime in the Delta Quadrant. Will they leave their troubles behind and still manage to collect their passive income? Did Lyra finally get some medical supplies, or has Dorvac used them all to restock his inventory? And will the crew ever forgive Gorath for letting Noit play the harpsichord? You're going to have to find out as they start a new journey on the Great Material Continuum this Monday. And then, like I said, we've already done our kind of wish list for, what's it called? Yeah, we've done our wish list. I'm trying to find a raid. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to add? Like, have you finally figured out what lines from the cable guy?
Oh, I was right.
About what? You're right about a lot of things.
The password is...
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to still have us start raiding Castles and Calamities, Tales of Telos, the Steam Age. So we're gonna try and raid some steampunk from our... Are we retro punk or are we atom punk? Okay, it's too much. But anyway, what I want to say is, everybody, hey, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Yeah, we are going to actually finally do it. And also, we're going to see if we can all beatbox Star Trek combat themes. And I will see if I can get a sound box working. So, everybody, please take care. Remember, you're representing what's left of the Architects of Fate, and we have some kind of reputation. So go in, be positive, be joyful, and just have a lot of fun. And good luck with the rest of the week. And may your cable continue to work
with the correct password.
With the correct password. There we go. And I think I'm gonna stop streaming.